How did it feel to finally get back out there?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing finally being out there with the girls. It was great. I mean, worked so hard to get back, so it was just nice to finally be out there and, get back in the win column.
Have you had like a kind of serious injury before, and kind of how did you kind of handle that mentally the last couple weeks?
Yeah, the summer of my freshman year, I tore my ACL, so that was night and day. I mean, obviously, this one hurt a little bit more, which I was surprised by, but just recovering was fine. The training staff, everybody, coaches, even coaches from other SEC schools, everybody was super kind. So it was quick recovery, which was nice.
I know you'd rather not be injured, but did it help that it was the right elbow instead of the left?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. Yeah, we were all super glad that it was the right side, and nothing major was torn or anything like that.
Was it one of those things that you kind of realized immediately, oh, this is going to keep me on for a sec?
My first initial thought, I was like, ooh, that's not supposed to go that way. Like when I felt it go out of place, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's not good. At that point, I wasn't thinking about much other than like, dang, we better win this game. So, once they got it back in and everything, went smooth from there. I was like, that's when it set in that it was going to take a few weeks.
When it comes to rehabbing, what goes into that? Because I feel like it is not something that we normally come across.
Yeah. So that was just a lot of it. Luckily, with no, anything broken or torn, it was pretty smooth, honestly. So it was just like first a lot of rest. I couldn't move it past a certain degree for a while, and then some really basic things like I had to, turn my arm one way, turn it the other way, and then just slowly start incorporating more movement. And I think, from there I was able to progress as tolerated. So it really just depends on the person, yeah.
What ways were you able to stay engaged, even though you couldn't be like out there, like mentally, film, watching practice? Like, what were some things that you were able to do?
Yeah, I think just watching practice and still talking with my coaches and stuff like that. At one point, Coach Brooks had them put the ball down, and I was able to walk through some plays and stuff at the end of one of the practices. So just, being engaged with everybody. And I was still able to shoot since it was my left hand. So I was quickly able to get back to that and doing some ball handling and stuff like that. So that was good.
There was
into the starting lineup. Any nerves the other night?
No, not at all. I was just super excited to be out there, honestly. It had been working hard for the past week, doing a lot with the practice players and stuff like that, like individual workouts and whatnot, going against them in scrimmages and whatnot. So, and being that it was our bye week, I was able to get a full week of practice under my belt, so I was fine.
There were some frustrating games during that stretch when you were benched. What were you able to kind of like learn by watching and maybe help your teammates or help yourself now that you're back?
Yeah, I think just getting a whole new perspective, like seeing the game from the bench, was the first time I really was able to do that for a long period of time. So I think just watching everybody, helping them, giving them, what I saw, like, or in what ways could I help when I get back, and like, how could I help now? How can I, tell them, lead them here? What do people need? What can I do from this position? I think it was a great shift of perspective as well. So when I came back, just applying those things that I saw.
You guys have Vanderbilt coming up at home, and then you see them twice in a 5-game stretch. So how Key is really like locking in on film and stuff right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. We're super lucky to play, 2 top 10 teams back to back. So we're super, pumped for that, and just ready to get, keep winning. So really, the prep is the same for any game. You just gotta lock in on the scout, stay focused on, what we need to do, what we can do, and just keep playing Kentucky basketball.
The bracelet you wear on your arm, did you have to get used to it? Were there any limitations, or what is it kind of like wearing that when you're out there?
Yeah, it's a little strange. At first, I was like, I had some, reservations, but I mean, honestly, being out there now with it, it's just there, but it's not. It restricts my movement a little bit from fully extending, but nothing that's a hindrance really. So I think it's fine. It's just hopefully not going to be on for long.
When you came back, you played 32 minutes. Just how are you feeling? Obviously good to play 32, but how are you feeling going through that?
Good. I mean, we've done a lot the past few weeks, so just making sure my conditioning stayed strong. I mean, a few days after I was biking, Versa climbing and stuff like that, so just to keep my lungs and stay ready. So, that was fine. I was just glad to be out there. At first, after you get that first one, you're fine. So I was super happy.
Your first game back, the team snaps a 3-game losing streak. Clara has her best scoring game ever. You kind of take a little bit of credit for that?
Clara's a phenomenal player. I'm glad we're, able to get back in the win column. I just, every day I just go out there and just do whatever we need, and being out, just being able to see what we need and just coming out there and being able to do that and produce for the team and just help in any way. That's, why I do this. That's what I love to do, is just be out there and help my teammates. So I think, Clara having her 30-point game, 30 and 15, I believe. That's just Clara. I'm sure she'll break that again one day. So, it's just great to be out there.
During that,
What makes that high-low between you two just so lethal?
I think just the versatility of each of us, regardless of where we're at, like if she's low, if I'm high, switch it around, whatever that may look like. I think just it's a matchup nightmare for anybody, really. So I think that's just the biggest thing, just our versatility, our length, and just toughness as well. Like, just two really tough people doing whatever it takes.
during that little stretch where you guys lost a couple games, what was the mentality like in the locker room? Because it never really seemed like you guys were rattled.
Yeah, I think the mentality was a lot of introspection, like just looking at ourselves, like what are we doing, what are we not doing that we have been doing in the past, and why. Just getting back to that, staying together as a team was a big thing, because we know we needed that. We needed to stay together through the trials and stuff like that. So just that was the main focus, just us leaning on each other, leaning on our coaches, and staying focused on what we need to do and getting back to that.
Your mom and your sister were both still at the Tennessee game. I know your sister played there, but how big has their support been, them showing up even when you can't play?
Oh, it's huge, yeah. And I know they're great. Honestly, that's it. They're really just great. I love them, and they've been super helpful through this entire process too. At one point, when it first was after my injury, I wasn't able to put my hair in a ponytail. I wasn't able to put deodorant on my arms, like all these little things. And they were here before I was even able to talk to them. So after I had got injured and whatnot, so it was amazing. It was super helpful.
The return to the court in this last game, did it take you at all of an adjustment to kind of snap back into the rhythm, or was it like riding a bike?
It was like riding a bike, I would say, honestly, because just my desire to get back out there after sitting and watching practices and games and stuff. It was just like all right, I know what I need to do. It's just a matter of like going out there and doing it. There was really no time or like no need to be scared, because I know what needs to be done.
Final questions?
Well, now that you're back, how far can this team go?
Yeah, we plan to make a deep run. We are a hardworking team, and we learn from the things that we may make mistakes on. So I think we're gonna make a deep run. It's a good team, and it's a good SEC league. So I think that too just helps sharpens us and just keeps getting us better for March.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.